Hello, everybody, and welcome to race number 11 of Season 3 NASCAR Walmart Cup Series. I am Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NASCAR Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you to the American Ethanol 400 at Kansas Speedway. We're back at yet another mile-and-a-half track, and this is a very similar layout to Kentucky Speedway, and also, once again, Chase Oliver, David Rivera are back once again for commentary.
You can't get rid of us. We're like permanent stays.
Pretty
We're
much
here
now.
for life.
Almost pretty much, yeah, so.
We're like Michael and Jerry Lawler. You can't get rid of us.
So, yeah, and just a side note, when we did the commentary, we did Talladega, Kentucky, and Kansas all in one day, so there you go. But, ladies and gentlemen.
The YouTube comments are going to be like, you're boring, Chase. Well, you know what? I'm going to set it up this way, so how about that? So I won't be boring for you guys.
And same for David, so, yeah. But anyway, so with Kansas, it's a little bit faster of a mile-and-a-half track, and also it's a lot more grippy, considering how this is fresh asphalt that got repaved over the last couple of years. So this is going to be a very fast race. We could see some wrecks take place. We may not, just like we did at Kentucky, except for a wreck on pit road, but didn't count. But ladies and gentlemen, here's a look at your starting lineup for the American Ethanol 400 at Kansas.
Imagine the dreams of a 13-year-old looking up at the sky, wondering how the world can be so cold. This kid wasn't sold it would be like this. At nighttime, wishes to be safe from this abyss. Cause this shit is something that can be dismissed. A boy born as a girl who is going through the stress. He's got a shotgun up, but can't play for the team. His school won't let him even though it's his dream. Now he's sitting in bed with a loaded gun, thinking about blowing his brains out to kingdom come. Cause he's been bullied and teased all his life. Almost killed himself 2 years ago by slitting his wrist with a knife. I wonder if he sees the things I see for him. 10 years down the line, speaking at the forum. A college graduate up at the top of his class. The first trans NFL player up in the draft.
Pace car pulling into pit road. David Rivera on the pole with Ryan Anderson Jr. in the second spot. And here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls. Now with this track, it's a lot different in terms of what lines to run on. The bottom line is the preferred line, and wait a minute, they are 4 wide already back here.
You gotta be kidding me.
But they settle it out to 3 wide, which is good, but wow, they immediately went 4 wide on the first lap. Yeah, they're already trying to go all at him. Not a smart move, but if you can make it go, then go with it. But anyways, David Rivera will get a bonus point for leading the first lap. So he keeps it. But here comes Chris Washer, and Gabe Williams gets a big run off of that corner.
Gabe Williams put us side there. He was
getting a little testy there.
Yeah. Like, oh, bitch, move out the way. Move out the way. Move out the way. And out. Gabe Williams, this guy just drives fast, and he looks like he's going to take advantage right now.
He's going to try to get the lead, but here comes David Rivera's teammate, Ian Dutta, going to try to get the lead for himself. Look at that. 3 of the 5 Roush cars are currently running in the top 10 right now. Rivera, Dutta, and Walton. And look at that, Chase. Here comes your boy, Jekko Knight, up to 4.
Yes, Jekko Knight.
So I assume, Chase, he's going to be your pick this time still?
Actually, I'm choosing Gabe Williams this time.
Oh, really?
But I always root for Jekko Knight. I like his name. It's interesting. He's funny. So
he's
I like
the 5.
He entertains. So you know what? That's why I always like to choose him. He's like my little dark horse. He's like my little favorite.
And he might get the lead because here he comes on the bottom underneath Ian Dutta.
Look, now he's going for it.
You got this, Jekko. You got this. Oh, baby, yes!
He's right there. He is right there on the bottom, and he's going to get the lead now.
Look at that.
Those are 2 races ago, people. Like
Words of encouragement.
But now here comes two rookies under him, Brandon Nichols and Jesse King. This is 3 wide for the lead.
A lot of lead changes going on here. A lot of cars just pushing it up there, man.
This is like Talladega, except it's not a plate track.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, since Chase, you're still going with Jekko, what about you, David? Who do you think is your pick?
No, I'm going with Gabe.
Oh, Gabe, but you're rooting for Jekko.
I want Jekko to do well.
All right, what about you, David?
I have some little issues at the moment.
Oh.
But
Okay,
yeah, as I was getting into, but I am looking into that 24 car now.
Who is now the leader, Chris Washer.
Yep.
Yeah, Chris Washer. He's been the man this season, pretty much. He was the first driver this season to win 2 races. Led the points for pretty much a while. Although for this race, he's going to have to try to step it up a little bit, as Cassandra Renzi's been catching him in the point standings as of late.
Yeah.
And also,
seems to be doing
She's
lately.
impressive. She's
Yeah.
impressive for
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, in another note with Chris Washer, as I mentioned, when he won his second race of the season back at Las Vegas, which is a very similar track to this, that's where he broke the tie of all-time wins in Walmart Cup competition with Jessica Shelton. So Chris Washer is the all-time win holder in Walmart Cup Series competition of 7 wins in his career. And now we got a new leader, and that's Alex Hawkins in the 13. And here comes Dylan Thero, who's a Roush Fenway Racing car. Teammates with David Rivera, Nick Pericles, Ian Dutta, and Michael Walton.
Definitely an interesting team.
Indeed. And then Hendrick Motorsports, which is the team the 24 cars in. That team is almost like an all-star team right there. Because you got a few veterans in that team. You got Chris Washer in the 24, Kyle Matthews in the 5, Jessica Shelton in the 9, and then 2 rookies in the 48 and the 88, and they are Larry Hagan and Jesse Setti. All in that team. Penske Racing, who is another top team, you got 2 veterans over in there, Dylan Young and Austin Weiner, and a rookie in Brandon Nichols, who was up here at the front. And look who's coming in third, a solid running rookie this season, Anthony McCrory, as he's now going to go to second. And look at this, teammates battling for, I believe, the 4th spot, David Rivera and Dylan Thero, and it is for 4th. And Brandon Nichols is up in here too.
Everyone's really trying to get to that top spot today. It's really interesting.
This is by far the most exciting race that I've commentated because got a lot of lead changes, a lot of guys just go. This is just fun. This is the best race I've commentated. I've commentated a lot of races, but most of them dominating wins
or wreckfests.
Or wreckfests, exactly. Yeah. So this is by far the best. This is going to be interesting. Who's going to win this race?
A lot of determined drivers here for sure.
And in fact, since we're still green, let's take a look at a run through of how the top 20 currently runs. It is Anthony McCrory in the lead. Second is Eric Enrage. Third is Brandon Nichols. Fourth is Trent Dunham. Fifth is Jesse Setti. Sixth is Dylan Thero. Seventh, Alex Hawkins. Eighth, Henrietta Fitzwater. Ninth, David Rivera. Make that Jesse King. 10th, David Rivera. 11th, Chris Washer. 12th, Sonny Hammond. 13th, Gabe Williams. 14th, Charles Jackson. 15th, Larry Hagan. 16th, Jessica Shelton. 17th now is Jekko Knight. And let's see where Jordan Culp, or actually no, make that Dylan Young, where he scored. 18th. 19th now is Ken Thero, and then 20th last scored was Jordan Culp, with Cody Hagan coming in. And look at this, cars are just going all over the place. It's like hard to keep track as to who is where, because they are just passing each other left and right. And look who's right behind Ian Dutta. The dominating winner of Kentucky, Chase Oliver, he's starting to make strides to get up through the field, as he was last scored in 21st. Funny, he's 21st and he's in the 21 car. How funny.
He's moving like LaDainian Tomlinson in that 21 car. Get it? LaDainian Tomlinson, number 21.
And Anthony McCurry is still in the lead right now, so he's been so far keeping it up at the front of the field in that Aflac Toyota for McCurry Racing that he owns and runs races for. Meanwhile, here comes Brandon Nichols and Sonny Hammond, and Sonny Hammond has been in desperate need for a good, solid finish, as he has had bad luck recently, though he had a solid finish at Talladega. I forget where he finished at Kentucky, but here he is up here in the 3rd spot, trying to potentially get to the lead. And also Chris Washer, he's still up here in the mix, and he's been in that top 5 pretty much almost all race long.
Which is good. I hope he keeps it up.
Meanwhile, McCurry still has the lead, but here comes Nichols and Hammond. They're trying to get a freight train going right now. And you can tell this track is faster. They're going about 207 miles an hour entering the corner, and they hardly brake. And the slowest they go coming off the corners is about 185. So this is a fast 1.5-mile racetrack.
That's what makes it going so smoothly and going so well so far.
And I saw we got 2 Roush cars going to try to go around Chris Washer, Dylan Thero, and David Rivera, who are still up in this top 10. And we got 2 Penske cars in the top 10. That's Brandon Nichols. And wait a minute, is the caution out? Caution flag is out for the first time. Let's see who for. Oh, Zachary Fitzwater, Chase Oliver, last week's winner, was caught up in this. Michael Norman, the Daytona 500 winner. Jekko Knight was in it too.
Wow, more than I expected.
Ian Siegel. Wow, this is a lot of cars. Jesse King,
That's
Ian
a
Dutta,
lot. Yeah.
Gabe Williams, Seth Cole, and Biggie Spencer.
What
Trent
the hell
Dunham
is
smoking.
that? Literally.
Trent Dunham
That's
smoking.
crazy.
Kyle Matthews, I think he and Henrietta Fitzwater out there. Jesse Setty's damaged. Nick Pericles has got front end damage. This was a big wreck that took
I'm
place.
almost afraid to watch the replay on this one.
Yeah, this had a lot of cars, and they're in pit road to make their potentially their only pit stop of the race. And it looks like, depending on if they can get out quick enough, it looks like Brandon Nichols is going to be your new leader. Or did drivers stay out? Nope, Brandon Nichols is your leader now. Second is Sonny Hammond. Third, Anthony McCurry. Fourth, Dylan Thero. Fifth, Chris Washer. Sixth, Alex Hawkins. Seventh, Eric Enrage. Eighth, Dylan Young. Ninth, David Rivera. 10th, Jordan Kolb. That is how your top 10 will be when we get back to the restart. We're going to take a look at a replay and see what brought the caution out for the first time tonight, or today here at Kansas, as to what has been what looked like a massive, massive crash. Well, here's a look at what happened, and damn it, I guess Chase Oliver's bad luck came back, but let's see what happened. They're running almost 3 wide. Oh, Jesse King took that turn too hard, and he gets up and flat out turns Jekko Knight up into Gabe Williams. And then Ian Dutta gets collected, and then Chase Oliver, he almost got through.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, but wow, oh man, Ian Dutta got clobbered by the 18 and the 3, but how does Chase... Oh man, Biggie Spencer hits Gabe Williams into Oliver, and Oliver goes upside down once.
Oh my god.
Let's take a look at when Michael Norman and Ian Siegel all come in here, as it made the wreck that much worse. Who does Siegel hit? Oh, Dutta, and then Pericles had nowhere to go. And look
Man,
at
this is more nasty than I thought.
look at Siegel. He went upside down, but then he came back on all 4 tires, but the motor immediately died and he got stuck on the track.
Jeez.
Same with Seth Cole. Let's see, how did Seth Cole get in there? As he was running pretty much near dead last.
Mm-hmm.
Here you see the smoke from the wreck that's already started. See who he gets into. Oh, he got into Zachary Fitzwater, and then that caused his motor to go out because he sideswiped him. It's just that
Yeah,
one little spot on the side of their cars, if they hit there, it rips their car apart
yeah,
for
you
some
hit it
reason.
too hard and then bam, that motor goes out quickly.
Now, let's see how did Trent Dunham get in there. Oh, he tried to get through and he sideswipes Jesse King.
Just
And
waited
then
to keep,
up
yeah,
into
okay.
Jesse Setti. So Trent almost got through, but the 54 was coming down. And look at the 18.
Oh, whoa.
The
Went
18 car went
flying.
flying, and then the 36 gets into the 33, into the 21, and the 21 went upside down. This took out a lot
What a
of key
day.
contenders.
Bad day, for sure.
Zachary Fitzwater was caught up in there. Henrietta Fitzwater, did she get involved? Because I see a little buckle on her hood. Let's see.
Just a tad bit, I think.
Yeah, I think she got a little piece of Chase Oliver right there.
Yeah.
But I think she'll be able to keep going. And then
If I
P.J.
hit
Williams
twice,
actually
yeah.
sideswiped Gabe Williams. So I think P.J. Williams might be out of the race depending on how bad the damage was. And right there, that was a hard hit for the 36. This was a big, big wreck. But that was a look at what happened. Let's now take you to the restart here at Kansas.
That hurt me, man. You weren't even in it. I was in it.
Well, let's take a look at the list of cars out of the race, as there were 12 cars that are out of the race, and they are Trent Dunham, Nick Pericles, Ian Siegel, Seth Cole, Ian Dutta, Gabe Williams, Jesse King, Biggie Spencer, Jecko Knight, Chase Oliver, Zachary Fitzwater, and the Daytona 500 winner, Michael Norman. So 42 started, we're down to 30. And Brandon Nichols is your leader. Second is Sonny Hammond. Third is Anthony McCrory. Fourth is Dylan Thero. Fifth is Chris Washer. Sixth is Alex Hawkins. Seventh is Eric Enrage. Eighth is Dylan Young. Ninth is David Rivera. 10th is Jordan Culp. And then the rest of the top 20 is Cody Hagan, Ken Thero, Rue McIntyre, Austin Weiner, Eric Burden, Charles Jackson, Michael Walden, Cassandra Renzi, Jessica Sheldon, and Matt McIntyre. And the rest of the cars that are left are P.J. Williams, Ryan Anderson Jr., Justin Talampas, Alex Pedro, Cody Lamas, Kendall Maynor, Larry Hagan, Kyle Matthews, Henrietta Fitzwater, and Jesse Setti. 42 started, 30 are left. So now, Chase, since Gabe and Jecko are out, I assume you have a new pick to win this race.
Yes, I do. Two of my favorites are out of the race. So I'll go with my last pick for Kentucky. I'm going with Rizzetti. That the last name again?
Cassandra Renzi.
Renzi. I don't know why I want to say Rizzetti. I always think her last name Rizzetti. But she's a rookie, and I appreciate rookies that try really, really hard. So I want her to win.
Well, she is currently in 18th, but like what we've seen all day so far here at Kansas, you could be in the back and somehow get up to the front depending on the line you're trying to run. Meanwhile, Brandon Nichols still is the leader, but here comes Eric Enrage in the 14 coming into the fray, and now he's going to try to get the lead, and he's going to get it. Great pass move by the 14.
Yeah.
And look who else is coming up here, and that's the 28 of Rue McIntyre. He just swept by Dylan Thero and Alex Hawkins, and now he's up to 4th as he sees Penske teammates racing next to each other, Dylan Young and Brandon Nichols. And speaking of Penske, look who else is coming, Austin Weiner. All 3 Penske cars are currently inside the top 10. So this has been a solid day for Penske, but also a great day for Ford.
Yeah.
Because here's Rue McIntyre, and now he's going to try to get to the lead now. And now Sonny Hammond's going to try to make a stride. So is Eric Burden, Ken Thero, and a lot of others. It's like I said, you can be in the back and come up, and now look at this. Side by side it was Washer and Renzi, the 2 drivers in first and second in points, I believe, are going at it on track, but now they've separated themselves. But meanwhile, Eric Enrage continues to lead the way.
Yeah, I'm really liking to see and liking what I see from Rue McIntyre right now, especially having just a little bit of that chance of winning last race. So it looks like he's looking to make that comeback here.
And now here he comes,
That's
and
take the
what a
lead.
move, and what
And there
a
he
pass.
goes.
What a pass by the 28. He has been trying hard to win a race. He, like I said, almost won Thornton, dominated at Texas, but lost due to pit strategy. Wrecked out, I believe, at Talladega. Last week at Kentucky, didn't have that great of a run, but this week he's here and he's up at the front. And he wants
There's
to...
no pit stops in his future.
Oh, and they just passed through Jessie Setti, who is Rue McIntyre's girlfriend, but she is not up to speed. This could cause trouble. Oh, God.
I hope not.
Larry Hagan about pile drove the 88.
Hashtag relationship problems in real life.
But Jessie Setti, they all get around him, but now Dylan Young is getting held up behind the 88.
They have to realize how much of a problem it could be. So it's good that they're going around it.
And now they are going to get around the 88, and now everybody's gotten around. Meanwhile, Rue McIntyre is still the leader.
Yeah.
And now it is 11 to go, so we're reaching the end of this race. And we are still green, thankfully. Meanwhile, battle for second. Sonny Hammond, who's another guy who's been trying to get a win. Eric and Rage starting to make a stride to get back up to the front.
Yeah.
But anyways, and also it's important for this race and then the next race we've got, which is Darlington, which, depending on if you guys are going to be able to stick around, we'll do that, and then that will be the it for today. But once Darlington's over, then it's All-Star Race Weekend,
where we got car.
And here comes Enrage back up to get to the lead once again.
Massive speed.
And now here comes Ken Thero, Austin Weiner all up here. And Austin Weiner's been trying to get his first win of the season and trying to get his sixth career Walmart Cup Series win in order to tie the second most with Jessica Shelton.
That would be really good to have.
So far, we see 3 Fords running in the top 6 right now. 2 of them are Penske cars. 1 of them is Robert Yates cars. Or actually, Wood Brothers, since Rue McIntyre and Chase Oliver are teammates for Wood Brothers Racing.
Yeah, and I still got my 2 as well. Now 3, if you will, that I'm keeping my eye on as of right now.
And there's Jordan Culp, another Ford. So that is 4 Fords in the top 10, and then everybody else is Chevys. So 6 Chevys, 4 Fords in the top 10 at the current moment.
Yeah, Chevys running together.
Chevys run deep, as they say in the commercials.
That they do.
Eric and Rage is the leader, but here comes Brandon Nichols and Rue McIntyre, Larry Hagan, Sonny Hammond, all going to try to get some strides going to get to the lead. So, but you got to wonder if there is a potential for cars to come in pit road, depending on if they got enough fuel in their cars during the caution.
That just goes back to the last race, too, with that last-minute decision. So you never know. It could happen at any moment.
They're catching Jessie Setti again. Oh, Eric and Rage gets held up, and now Brandon Nichols goes to the lead. Eric and Rage and Larry Hagan are getting held up right now. Now they're going to try to get around them. Oh, I thought they were going to go 4 wide. That could have been disastrous.
No, they're staying at 2 to kind of 3 wide, so they're good right now.
Yeah, they got that steady pace going.
Yeah. And now Jordan Culp's getting held up. So is Anthony McCrory and Cody Lamas, Jessica Sheldon. But now they're going to try to get around that 88 car who got involved in that first caution. Now Cody Lamas getting held up, but now he's going to go to the bottom. Meanwhile, Brandon Nichols leads with 4 to go here at Kansas.
He has a nice sizable lead, too. I think that Brandon Nichols is going to control the rest of this race and win.
Austin Weiner about got up into the 78 of Ken Thero and about turned
just
him.
Nearly there, yeah.
Well, it depends on how much faster these cars behind them are. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to win, but Austin Weiner, he's going to try to get the second and maybe make it a Penske 1-2, which will be something very special that hasn't been pulled off in quite some time.
And that I would like to see. That'd be great for Austin.
If I can remember, the only time I can remember Penske going 1-2 at a race was at Las Vegas in Season 2, where Hunter Bell was in the 22 and won, and Austin Weiner was in the 12 and finished second. This time, it's kind of the same, except the numbers are flip-flopped. But meanwhile, it's 2 to go, but Austin Weiner is coming fast, and so is Rue McIntyre and Larry Hagan. Larry Hagan's running very, very fast right now, but Austin Weiner is trying to get up there, but Larry Hagan's coming to the bottom, and now
there he goes.
White flag is going to be out for Brandon Nichols, and Brandon Nichols is trying to go for his second win of the season. Here comes Larry Hagan in the 48. He had a lot faster lap, ran about 5/10 faster than the leader. Let's see if he's going to be able to get to him this time. He's going to have only one shot. He's closing. He's closing.
Man.
Can he get there in time? It doesn't look like it. Brandon Nichols gets his second win of the season, and he's going to get it here at Kansas in a dramatic finish.
All good to go for that 12 car. Well done.
Wow, what a race. What a job by these cars.
Awesome.
Unbelievable. Now let's take a look at the official finishing results. And as I already see, all 3 Penske cars finished in the top 10. Nichols, Weiner, and Dylan Young all got in the top 10. So great job by Penske Racing. But Brandon Nichols comes away with a second win of the season, and he's going to get it here at Kansas. Larry Hagan, so close. He was coming fast and almost won, but he's going to come away with a solid second. Ken Thero, a great third place finish. Michael Walden comes away with fourth, and then rounding out the top 5 was Michael Walden, or Eric and Rage, excuse me. Rue McIntyre tried to get the win, but he won't get it today, but he comes away with a solid top 10. Austin Weiner needed a good finish, and he's going to come with it here at Kansas. Alex Pedro, who won Talladega and Thornton earlier this season, he's going to come away with 8th. Dylan Young in 9th, and then rounding out the top 10, Cassandra Renzi. And the rest of the top 20 was Sonny Hammond, Ryan Anderson Jr., Chris Washer, Sonny Hammond, Kendall Maynard, Matt McIntyre, Charles Jackson, David Rivera, Dylan Thero, and Alex Hawkins. And the rest of the cars that finished on the lead lap were P.J. Williams, Kyle Matthews, Eric Burton, Anthony McCurry, Cody Hagan, Jessica Sheldon, Jordan Culp, Cody Lamas, and Henrietta Fitzwater. And Jesse Setti, 2 laps down but finished. And then everybody else was out of the race after that big wreck. Trent Dunham, Nick Pericles, Ian Siegel, Seth Cole, Ian Dutta, Gabe Williams, Jesse King, Biggie Spencer, Jecko Knight, Chase Oliver, Zachary Fitzwater, and Michael Norman. That does it for our coverage of Kansas. We've got one race left to go until All-Star Race Weekend, which we will be back to commentate for that. And that will do it for our commentary for today. The next race we have, the Southern 500 at Darlington. But until then, here are your results, rookie points, and regular points.
Enough drive in the right state of mind, nobody's ever gonna even get close to your shine. So if you find you wanna be a doctor, a priest, an astronaut, a fireman, or join the police, be on the silver screen, become a movie star, or be a pro racer and drive fast cars. It don't matter the age, it don't matter the color, it don't matter the gender or who you love. If you got it in your heart, then go ahead and do it. If you have a gift, then please go ahead and use it. Cause I was feeling stupid while trying to do music, thinking that they had no voice and that I was useless. But as I write this down, I can see what I mean. Nobody ever will stop me from achieving my dreams.